Good morning, y'all. It is Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday. Yeah. I just wanted to give you guys an update on the apartment situation. We finally got all of the required paperwork in, and Terry has been approved. And I've been approved as a live-in aide. The problem, and Terry was, he's getting excited about that because he loves the area. He likes to drive down to the harbor, which, as y'all know, the ocean is not my deal, so that doesn't matter to me. Anyway, they called us a few days ago and told us that they only had 1 bedrooms and studios. Terry and I had talked about it before, and I told him that I just didn't think that it would be comfortable for 2 people in a small 1 bedroom. He was very upset, you guys. He was very upset. You could just tell he was not happy. And I told him, I said, Terry, your stepdaughter will make sure that you have somebody to come a couple of times a week to help you with things, take you to doctor's appointments, whatever you need. That didn't really help him very much. Terry does not like to live alone. And he'll straight up tell you that. When I've taken my little trips and gotten home and said, well, did you enjoy your peace and quiet? He says, no. He's as blunt and honest as I am, which is a good thing. So I thought about it, and I thought about it. And I need my space. I need my alone time. I need to be able to not hear the television from morning till night. I mean, it drives me crazy. And that's being in a separate room. We're going to try it. We're going to try it in a 1 bedroom. It is for my comfort. There's no denying that, you guys. I've gotten very spoiled to having a decent bathroom, which we will now have to share one. Lots of people share bathrooms. It's, that's the way it is. Back in the day, 5 or 6 people lived in a house or an apartment with 1 bathroom. So I have been feeling guilty, sad. It's hard for a lot of people to accept change. And I think the older we get, the harder it is. And it's hard for Terry to accept change. And I totally get that. I'm not real crazy about it myself anymore. Although I must say, the idea, if I had tank back or a suitable live-in rig, I don't know, you guys, the call of the road. So to alleviate some of the problems, well, I got up this morning and I woke up thinking about it. I mean, I just have felt so bad for Terry. He's used to me, you guys, and he'll tell you, oh, I've gotten used to her. The drill sergeant. So I got up this morning and I asked him, I said, now I want you to be totally honest, Terry. You know I'm a big girl. I can handle it. And I tried to make it sound like it was more for me, not him. And I said, what if we tried it? Okay, I think we can do it. I don't see a problem. Y'all, it broke my heart that, well, actually, it made me very happy to make him happy. I don't know how long this situation will last. We don't know how long any of us are going to be able to live alone. We don't know that. I mean, something horrible could happen to me at any minute. So, you know what? We're going to give it a shot. And bless his heart, I took Hazel out for her little constitutional. And when we got back, he was full of ideas on things that we could do. He was very excited. So that makes me happy. Now that I am spending a lot of time at Bread of Life, I'm not home very much. I'm gone quite a bit. And I always have my van, which I do now anyway, just to get out. I will come out and go to a little park, sit in a parking lot at a little strip mall, whatever. So I do that anyway. He's just so cute, you guys. He was like a little kid, getting some new toys or some candy. And so when I came back in with Hazel, he goes, I know what I'm going to do to solve the noise of the TV. Because he is always worried about it. He asks me all the time, did I wake you up? Well, I'm not going to tell him. I'm not going to tell him, yeah, Terry, at 7:30, you woke me up, or whatever. I mean, it's not that big a deal. He said, I'm going to get some of those wireless headphones so I can wear those and the TV is not going to bother you. And you can do your YouTube stuff. We'll put your little desk in my room so you have a place to do your YouTube stuff. I said, Terry, he's got cancer in this ear right here. In fact, he has an appointment. We're going to see a doctor about that. So I said, Terry, honey, those ear things, you can't wear those. He goes, no, you're right. I couldn't wear them. But I can wear the earbuds. Y'all, he's so happy now. He's like, now his wheels are turning and he's trying to think of, ways. He goes, I will get rid of a bunch of stuff out of my bathroom. I'll downsize that. He goes, I have a bunch of junk in there that I don't even use. He's so sweet, y'all. So, one other thing. Of course, I have to have a place to sleep, which will be the living room. And do y'all remember we had one when I was a kid? Now, I don't know what they called them back then, but they were couches that you could bring the back forward and it would click. And then you could put it all the way back and it would lay down and it made into a little bed. They still make those. I bought one when I lived in my studio in Escondido, and y'all know I showed you pictures of that before in a video. And I bought one for Sam for whenever he came over to visit. Now, it wasn't really big enough for him because Sam's a lot bigger than me and has been since he was, I don't know, 12, 13. But that's what we're going to do, is get one of those little, they call them click-clack couches now. Click-clack, because click-clack, I don't know, y'all. So that is going to be the sleeping arrangement that I will have in the living room. And the rest of it will just work itself out, y'all. It's not a big deal. Lots of people share. Now, in a one-bedroom in California, the law is the 2 and 1. That means for occupancy, they allow 2 people per bedroom and 1 in the living area. I think they set that up kind of for safety reasons, wear and tear on the apartments. Now, private owner, that's different. The laws are different for private owners. They pretty much decide how they're going to occupy their own properties. So, 3 people are allowed in a one-bedroom. So, we're not going to exceed any occupancy laws. The only apartment they had they had some studios on the first floor, but the only one bedroom they had available was on the second floor. Now, y'all, they have elevators, of course. Any 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever story buildings for seniors. It's okay, honey, I'm gonna let you in. They have elevators. The only problem with that is, now these are 3-story buildings. I believe they're 3-story. They're like 4 stories because the bottom part is taken up with mostly the rec room. They have a lot of things, you guys, that they provide for their senior citizens. So it's a nice community. There's no doubt about that. So the only real obstacle, groceries are manageable. We have those little carts, and you shop a little more often so that you're not having to make 2 or 3 trips out to your car or van. And the biggest thing is our dogs. Now, Hazel is, as y'all know, potty pad trained. She will go on her puppy pad. Of course, when I'm home, I take her out. But after we get really settled in for the night, like about 9 or so, if she's got to go potty, she just gets down off the bed, goes in the bathroom, and does her business. So that's going to be, now, Mariah is not. But he only takes her out a couple of times a day. In the morning when she gets up, and then, supper time, 7, 8 o'clock. She is a lot younger than Hazel. She's like 3.5, 4 years old. So she doesn't need to go as often. Hazel and I we need to go, y'all. And so if I'm gone during the day, she goes on her puppy pad. So that's not such a big problem for Hazel. Now, she doesn't like to do poo in the house if she can help it at all. But those are things that we're just going to have to get used to, you guys. And that is the dogs. It'll be a little bit harder. I don't think, now this is a no pet property, you guys, and we had to get letters for Hazel and Mariah so that they would accept them in the community. So there's not going to be a little doggy park. We're going to have to figure that out. Now, I know they do have some areas with benches and stuff, and I'm hoping that they're going to have mulch around the plants, because it's so clean and easy to pick up after your dog in the mulch. You reach down, you scoop it all up, close it up in the puppy bag, and it's pretty sanitary. So anyway, I just wanted to give you guys that update. And they say move-in is going to be May 20th. It's new construction. I would absolutely be shocked if we moved in before mid-June. Well, I'm here, you guys. Time for me to go to work. Let me see if I can get a parking place down here. And, oh, there was one. I just passed it up. Anyway, you guys, I love you. You know that. Thank you so much. Thank you so very much. And thank you, George, for your PayPal donation. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. And now it's time for me to get to work. Do something fun today, you guys. This is my fun. Bye now.